Hello, my name is Pedro. This is my group, Bianca, Diego, Greice, and we are going to talk about the Ebanx. Okay, the Ebanx company. So how this started? Basically, these three guys, Alfonso, Wagner, and João, they created this company, well known in Brazil as a unicorn Brazilian company that they basically facilitate the way of online shopping and payments. Um, they created a fintech company, which is financial technology that simplify the process of online purchase, basically. So since 2013, they have been sponsored by Endeavor, and so they became from the smallest company they ever sponsored by them to the biggest one with the bigger portfolio ever. And it is also the first company that is it is fully integrated in Google Pay, and they operate over seven countries in South America, and they have an office in London. And they also looking forward to move abroad to explore other countries. And so they usually, it's difficult to grow a fintech from scratch, and especially with the competitors that are pretty strong. We have some direct competitors such as Nubank, which is another Brazilian fintech. Um, Also, the Apple Pay, PayPal, and BlueSnap. They're also always strong competitors. It is difficult to identify indirect competitors because they are very specific. There are very specific functionalities. So it's basically difficult to other companies to achieve the same process of payment. But they need always to look forward to future competitors because technology is always evolving, and new ideas, new innovations is gonna bring new competitors to the business, creating your business like it's gonna become obsolete. So basically, talking about the industry size, they've been growing since 2012, but since 2018 they had a number of 280 employees, and now into 2021 they have a total of 1200 employees. So a study made by Beyond Borders, which is created by Ebanx, showed that 53 million Latino Americans had bought at the first time did the online shopping, and also the e-commerce users grew by 25% in 2020, and with a total penetration of 61% by the end of 2021. So basically, the main introduction is this, and I'm gonna move forward to the business model, and my group will explain about it. Thank you.
Okay, so hello, my name is Greice, and as Pedro stated, Ebanx is a reliable and innovative company focusing on helping trustworthy companies to have a more accessible and uncomplicated way of selling their products and services worldwide. So besides of connecting business with global customers, the clients can choose with which currency they want to pay, choosing among several currencies, including their own, which will make the final price reflect exactly the same than the one they were expecting. So no surprise at the end or after the purchase. So let's just say that even though the customers who don't have or who don't possess an international credit card can buy the service or product they wish. So talking about the brand positioning, the target customers are international companies that sell their products online to Latin America. So the customers are seeking for a complete payment solution. So uncomplicated sales are the frame of reference. And the point of difference is that Ebanx services differ from the competitors by creating an all-in-one solution that collects payments in one single transaction. So Ebanx platform categorizes and splits the payment among all the parties. So the reasons to believe in Ebanx it's that they have well-known partners in several countries. So they partnership with companies such as Airbnb, Spotify, PlayStation Network, and they facilitate the success of their partners in more than 14 countries in Latin America. So now Diego will continue the presentation.
Thank you, Greice, for sharing the brand positioning strategy. And what I'm going to talk about is the services that Ebanx offer. Ebanx offer a wide variety of services, such as Ebanx International Payments, Ebanx Pay, Ebanx Go, Ebanx Track. But the core of the business and the main service that Ebanx offer is Ebanx International Payments. And this solution is also focused for the brand positioning strategy that Greice presented before.
Sure.
So Ebanx, I'm going to talk about the brand type matrix of Ebanx. So Ebanx falls down in the category of superior performance because they offer a better solution than most of the competitors, and their focus is to bring a better solution to companies to facilitate the payments among Latin American communities. One big challenge is to maintain the superiority among the competitors. It's very important to, after some time, to review the product and to review the service they are offering. Also, it's very important to keep the partnerships they have built with the global companies such as Amazon and Airbnb, because it brings trust to new possible customers. And this factor that can make a decision of hiring Ebanx or hiring another company. Now Bianca is going to talk about business strategy.
In terms of business strategy, Ebanx can really easily tap into the North American market by allowing consumers to pay in installments, for example. So they can come into North America by offering this payment solution, which has been growing in the past 2 or 3 years, such as with companies such as Klarna and PayBright. They do financing. They may do financing with over 4 weeks or 6 weeks without actually checking credit, and they may do larger installments for financing other bigger products or more expensive products, and then they will check your credit. So this is a business opportunity that Ebanx can exploit really nicely because they already have the full structure to do that. So they can allow for short-term and medium-term financing for their payments. Also, Shopify, they have innovated the market with allowing people to do really quick and easy payments for their websites But at the same time, there is always the element of surprise, because sometimes when people are finishing their purchases, the amount that shows on the website is not necessarily the amount in Canadian dollars, for example. So sometimes you might be paying for US dollars without seeing that you're actually purchasing in US dollars rather than in Canadian dollars. So using Ebanx as a platform will just take off this element of surprise, a very displeasant surprise, and will very probably be a better opportunity to most merchants, most web merchants, so that people won't have this confusion while using their websites. Also, they can introduce other payment methods such as direct debit, for example, because they, like I said, they already have the full structure to use that. So they can introduce other payment methods. They can use payment platforms such as Interact or Zelle in the US, that are platforms that possibilitate in between bank payments. They could use that as leverage to create more opportunities for vendors to use their platform. So that also brings a lot to the economy of the country, because as we know, lots of newly come immigrants, they don't have access to credit cards, and most purchases have to be made by credit card when you're arriving. So being possible to use other methods would make the lives of these immigrants easier, and would actually move the would actually move a lot the economy in the Canadian market, using these newly come immigrants as a sort of leverage. So this has been the end of my part. Thank you everyone for the presentation, and thank you everyone for listening to us. I hope you have a great end of year.